The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky originally came out in 2004, and I'd only started playing through it in 2024, 20 years after its release. This year, in 2025, we are getting a remake. I am in the last third of the game of the original. I will play the remake, probably not on release, but I will eventually, because I have to say that Trails in the Sky is one of the best JRPGs I have ever played, and I cannot believe I have never played it until now. Now, I see a lot of people complaining online about the game and the fact that it's graphically aged and all that stuff. I don't. Personally, I think the game, the graphical design has a lot of charm. Yes, it's an old school style, but it's its art style and its charm, and I think it's pretty cool. Now, the story follows two young warriors, Estelle and Joshua. Estelle is very hot-headed and always runs her mouth and always wants to jump to action, and her adopted brother Joshua, who's a lot more mysterious, has a past, and arrived one day in the arms of her father Cassius, and he was kind of adopted. And yes, they do start off as sort of a brother-sister thing, and then it evolves into more of a love thing, but they're not related by blood, so it doesn't get super weird. And they are both aspiring to become full-fledged braziers, or basically full-fledged paid adventuring mercenaries, which is what braziers are. There are plenty of side quests that you can take and do, and the game is old school, so it tells you where to go. It doesn't show you where to go, so you've got to actually read. Their father Cassius, who is a badass bracer himself, goes missing along with an entire airship, and Estelle and her adopted stepbrother Joshua head out to investigate the missing ship and find their father, and they travel the land and encounter all manner of different characters. There is a fantastic cast of characters here as well, which I'm not going to spoil what happens, and for the most part, this game has some of the best writing that I've ever seen in a JRPG. There's a lot of comedy, there's a lot of heart, there is a lot of tension as well. A lot of the characters are actually really well represented and visualized, which is pretty cool. There's the combat system as well. There's also the system that's used within the game, which is like with gems and putting them into with different elemental types and putting them into your gauntlet, enabling you to use magic and special attacks and all that kind of stuff as well. That's standard in the Legend of Heroes series. I'm also playing through Trails of Cold Steel as well, so it kind of carries on over. I'm not very up on the whole series. I've played odds and sods games, but I've really wanted to sit down and munch through Trails in the Sky. I've hit a brick wall with a certain boss, and I think I've got to do some grinding to eliminate said boss, so that's what I'm doing at the most part. So I'm playing other games, but I will finish Trails in the Sky, because like I said, even though I have not beaten it and I've only done like 45 to 50 odd hours of the game, it is a phenomenal game. It takes its time, and that is what I find really impressive, is that it just takes its time with the characters. There is a lot of talking in the game. There is a lot of cutscenes and talking and that kind of stuff. So if that's not really your thing, then I don't think this game will be for you, because with it taking its time, you get involved in so many different things. Like in a certain part of the game, there's like an academy that you go to, and there's some optional stuff there that you can do with taking part in an event, and there's a play as well. Now, you can skip through it. You can essentially just smash the buttons and fast forward through it, because your characters take part in a play. You do nothing in it. You're just watching it and just clicking OK for the speech bubbles to go past. But the fact that it's all part of the story and the characters and everything that happens, it kept me engaged for the most part. But like I said, just because I think it's one of the best JRPGs I've ever played does not mean it's going to be one of the best JRPGs you've ever played. I just wanted to make a little video as a sort of an appreciation post for the original, the PC Steam release of Trails in the Sky. And I'm very much looking forward to checking out the remake when that comes out, and I hope it's faithful. That's why I want to finish the original, so that then when I go and play the remake, I can appreciate what they've done. Although I am a big fan of the art style of Trails, this original Trails in the Sky. I really do like isometric style looking games. This just kind of harkens back to the PS1 era, which is my jam. But please let me know down below if you have checked out Trails in the Sky, and if you haven't, it goes on offer all the time. It is worth picking up, and it is a long game. It is a slow game. It does take a while to get going, especially when you first start it, but It's a phenomenal JRPG, and it is a must-play for JRPG fans. But please let me know what you think, and as always, thank you very much for watching.